The Pasig River flows through the heart of Manila, a city that has grown and evolved around its banks for centuries. This river is not just a body of water, it is a lifeline that has witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations. Long before the Spanish arrived, there was a thriving kingdom here. This kingdom was a beacon of culture and commerce, a place where people from different regions came to trade and share their knowledge. People knew the kingdom as Maynila. It was a bustling hub of activity, with markets filled with goods from far and wide, and streets alive with the sounds of daily life. It was a place of vibrant culture and trade. The riverbanks were lined with stalls selling everything from spices to textiles, and the air was filled with the rich aroma of exotic foods. The people of Maynila were skilled artisans and merchants. They crafted beautiful items from materials like gold, silver, and precious stones, and their handiwork was sought after by traders from distant lands. They lived in harmony with the river and the sea. The Pasig River was central to their way of life, providing them with food, transportation, and a means of livelihood. Their lives were deeply intertwined with the natural world. They fished in the river, farmed the fertile lands along its banks, and revered the natural forces that sustained them. The people of Maynila built their houses from wood and nipa palm. These materials were not only abundant but also well suited to the tropical climate. These materials were abundant in their surroundings. The houses were designed to be cool and airy, providing a comfortable living environment even during the hottest months. The houses were built on stilts. This architectural feature protected them from flooding and allowed them to make the most of the river's resources. This protected them during the rainy season when the river would flood. The elevated structures ensured that their homes remained dry and safe, even during the heaviest rains. The people traveled in boats called bangka. These boats were expertly crafted and perfectly suited for navigating the river's waters. These boats were essential for fishing and trade. They allowed the people to move goods and resources efficiently, connecting them with other communities along the river and beyond. Life in early Maynila was peaceful and prosperous. The community thrived, supported by the rich natural resources and the strong social bonds that held them together. The people enjoyed a good life. They celebrated their successes with festivals and rituals, honoring the spirits and deities they believed watched over them. They had strong beliefs and traditions. These cultural practices were passed down through generations, preserving their heritage and identity. Their way of life was about to change forever. The arrival of foreign powers brought new challenges and uncertainties, threatening the stability and harmony they had long enjoyed. The arrival of foreign powers would bring new challenges and reshape their destiny. The once peaceful and prosperous kingdom of Maynila would have to adapt to survive in a rapidly changing world. The name Maynila is believed to have originated from a plant. This plant, known as nilad, was a type of mangrove tree that thrived in the coastal areas of what is now Manila. Its small white flowers were a common sight along the banks of the Pasig River and the surrounding marshlands. The plant was called nilad. It was not just a plant but a significant part of the local ecosystem, providing shelter and food for various species. The abundance of nilad in the area was so prominent that it became a defining feature of the landscape. It grew abundantly in the area. The lush growth of nilad plants along the waterways created a unique environment that supported both human and wildlife populations. The locals relied on these plants for various uses, including medicinal purposes and as materials for building. May in the local language means there is. This simple yet profound word signifies presence and abundance, reflecting the natural wealth of the region. So, Maynila means where nilad is found. The name itself is a testament to the integral role that the nilad plant played in the lives of the early inhabitants of the area. The name reflects the close relationship between the people and their environment. The early settlers of Maynila lived in harmony with nature, utilizing the resources around them sustainably. Maynila held a strategic location. Situated at the mouth of the Pasig River, it served as a natural gateway between the inland areas and the sea. It was situated at the mouth of the Pasig River. This prime location made it an ideal spot for trade and commerce, attracting merchants from various regions. This made it an ideal trading post. The bustling markets of Maynila were filled with goods from different parts of the archipelago and beyond, making it a vibrant center of economic activity. The river provided a path to the inland areas of Luzon. Traders could easily transport their goods to and from the interior regions, facilitating the exchange of products and ideas. From there, goods could be transported to other parts of the archipelago. This interconnectedness helped Maynila grow into a thriving hub of cultural and commercial exchange. Maynila became a melting pot of cultures and a center of commerce. People from different backgrounds came together, bringing with them their traditions, languages, and goods. The location of Maynila also made it vulnerable to attacks. Its wealth and strategic importance did not go unnoticed by foreign powers. Foreign powers recognized its importance. They sought to control this valuable territory, leading to numerous conflicts and power struggles. They sought to control its strategic location and resources. The battles for control over Maynila were fierce and often devastating. Maynila became a prize to be fought over. Its strategic position and abundant resources made it a coveted asset for any power looking to dominate the region. This led to conflicts and struggles for power. The history of Maynila is marked by these battles, each leaving its mark on the city's rich and complex heritage. Maynila was a bustling hub of trade. Merchants from different parts of Asia flocked to its shores. Chinese, Japanese, Indian, and Arab traders came to Maynila. They brought with them valuable goods from their homelands. Maynila became a crossroads of cultures and commerce. The merchants traded in silk, porcelain, and spices. These were highly prized commodities. Maynila also exported gold, beeswax, and timber. These were abundant in the archipelago. The trade brought prosperity to Maynila. It also exposed the people to new ideas and technologies. The barter system was widely practiced in Maynila. People exchanged goods for other goods. They also used gold dust and cowrie shells as a form of currency. The thriving trade in Maynila fostered economic growth. It also led to the development of a complex social structure. Pre-colonial Manila had a well-defined social hierarchy. This structure was deeply ingrained in the culture and daily life of the people. It dictated not only social interactions, but also economic activities and governance. Understanding this hierarchy is crucial to comprehending the societal dynamics of the time. At the top were the datus. These leaders were often seen adorned in elaborate clothing and jewelry, symbolizing their power and authority. They were not just political leaders but also held spiritual significance in their communities. They were the ruling class, wielding considerable influence over their subjects. Their decisions impacted every aspect of life, from trade to justice. The datus held considerable power and influence. They were responsible for making laws, leading in times of war, and ensuring the welfare of their people. They were responsible for governing the people and maintaining order. Their leadership was often supported by a council of elders and other advisors who helped in decision-making processes. Below the datus were the Maharlikas. This class was composed of the warrior elite, who played a crucial role in the defense and expansion of their territories. They were the warrior class, often seen in traditional armor and battle gear. Their primary duty was to protect the community from external threats. The Maharlikas served as protectors of the community. They were highly respected for their bravery and combat skills. They were skilled in combat and warfare, often trained in traditional martial arts from a young age. Their expertise was crucial in maintaining the security of their communities. They also assisted the datus in governing. Their role extended beyond the battlefield, as they were also involved in the administration and implementation of the Datu's policies. The majority of the population were the Timawa. They were the freemen who enjoyed a certain degree of autonomy and freedom. The Timawa made up the farmers, fishermen, and artisans. They were the backbone of the economy, providing essential goods and services. They paid taxes to the Datu, which could be in the form of goods, labor, or military service. This system ensured that the Datu had the resources needed to govern effectively. They also provided labor and military service when needed. This was a form of tribute that reinforced their loyalty to the ruling class. At the bottom of the social ladder were the Alapin. These individuals were the enslaved people, often captured in wars or born into servitude. They were the enslaved people, serving the Datus and Maharlikas in various capacities. Their lives were marked by hard labor and limited freedoms. They served the Datus and Maharlikas, performing tasks that ranged from household chores to agricultural work. Their contributions, though often overlooked, were vital to the functioning of society. They could be bought and sold, they had limited rights, and their status was often inherited by their children. Despite their low status, the Alapin were an integral part of the social and economic fabric of pre-colonial Manila. Section 5. The Spirit World and the Babaylan. The people of pre-colonial Manila practiced animism. They believed that spirits resided in nature. They worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses. Each deity had a specific role in their lives. The Babaylan played a significant role in their religious practices. Babaylan were female spiritual leaders. They acted as intermediaries between the physical and spiritual realms. They performed rituals, offered sacrifices, and healed the sick. The Babaylan held a respected position in society. They were consulted on important matters. Their guidance was sought after during times of crisis. The Babaylan's role extended beyond the spiritual. They were also knowledgeable in herbal medicine and traditional healing practices. Section 6. Encounters with foreign powers. The arrival of the Portuguese in the 16th century marked the beginning of foreign influence in Maynila. The Portuguese established a trading post in the nearby settlement of Tondo. They engaged in trade with the locals. They also introduced Christianity to the region. The Spanish arrived in 1570 under the leadership of Miguel López de Legazpi. Legazpi sought to conquer and colonize the islands. He encountered resistance from the rulers of Maynila. Raja Matanda, the old ruler, initially resisted the Spanish. He wanted to protect his people and preserve their way of life. Raja Suleiman, his nephew, was a fierce warrior. He led the resistance against the Spanish. Despite their valiant efforts, the Spanish forces proved too powerful. Maynila fell to the Spanish in 1571. Section 7. The legacy of pre-colonial Manila. The Spanish conquest brought about significant changes. Maynila was transformed into a Spanish colonial city. The Spanish established a new system of government, religion, and social order. They imposed their language, culture, and beliefs on the native population. Despite the challenges, the spirit of pre-colonial Manila endured. The resilience of the people and their traditions could not be extinguished. Elements of their culture survived and continue to shape the identity of Manila today. The influence of pre-colonial Manila can be seen in the city's vibrant arts and crafts. Traditional weaving, pottery, and metalwork are still practiced today. The legacy of the Babaylan lives on in the practice of folk healing and spirituality. Section 8. A rich tapestry of culture. Pre-colonial Manila was a melting pot of cultures. It was a society with a rich history, intricate social structures, and a deep connection to the spiritual world. The people of Maynila were skilled seafarers, traders, and artisans. They navigated the waterways, exchanged goods, and created objects of beauty. Their story is a testament to the enduring spirit of the Filipino people. Their legacy lives on in the heart of Manila. It is a reminder of the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. It is a story that continues to inspire and shape the identity of the Filipino people.